Hello, and welcome back to everything you wanted to know about GenAI, but were afraid to ask in 5 minutes or less. My name is Claire Sullivan, and thank you for coming back to this episode of the series. So, we've all been there. We've stared at the presentation or the document and thought, hey, this thing really needs a picture, but I have no idea where to get one. We've all been there. You can go to stock photos, but those are boring. Google Images, who knows what you're going to get there. And hiring a designer may not be in the budget. So today we are going to talk about how to generate your first image with GenAI. So the good news is GenAI in some cases can do that for you. Not all of the platforms have an image generator, but ChatGPT does, Copilot does, things like that. Not all of them will do it for free. I'm going to generate today's using ChatGPT, but just know that if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, you're limited as to how many images it can make a day. I'm going to be using the paid version because I've actually already exceeded the free quota today because I've had to film this video a few times now. So I will show you in how to do this with ChatGPT. So let's just pop over there now. Okay, so here's ChatGPT. And I am going to start with just a super basic prompt. I'm going to say, create an image of a team meeting. Okay, now I'm going to pause this because it takes about 30 seconds to a minute to generate it. So I'll be right back. And we're back. You can see you get something. It's fine, I guess, but it's pretty generic and it's not exactly going to wow anyone. Now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do this with the craft prompt. Now, if you did not watch last week's video, I strongly recommend you go back and watch it and then come back here. Craft stands for context, role, avoid, format, and tweak. So we're going to use all of those now to generate an image. So I'm going to say create an image of 3 colleagues collaborating at a table, reviewing a report. So that's some context. Flat illustration style, that's something about the format. Now here's no text or labels anywhere in the image. There's your avoid. Wide shot, that's a format thing. Clean white background, friendly and professional feel. Okay, so I'm going to pause while it generates this and be right back. And we're back. Okay, so you can see that this is what a difference craft makes. It looks entirely different than this first one. This looks a lot more like what I was asking for. Now, one thing that's worth calling out specifically for images is the avoid step of craft. It's generally a good idea to say no text in the image because it turns out that AI generated text in an image still tends to look like it was typed by somebody who had never seen the alphabet before. So if you want text in an image, I still recommend you add your own text in the slide instead. The other thing I want to point out is just using tweak. You can always be changing things, but change them only one at a time. So if the result you get is not quite right, don't scrap the whole prompt. Just give it one adjustment. And I will tell you that, one of the things that's great here is you can provide an image of your own and say, match the colors and styles to your slide theme. So for instance, I originally created this image right here with ChatGPT. And then all I've done is I've taken this image and I've dropped it back in there saying, hey, change the title and get rid of the logo and make it look the same. So these are all generated by ChatGPT just by tweaking and keeping the same theme and colors within my image. So that's how you use craft to create graphics. It's pretty straightforward. Give it a try. It's going to take you a minute, but by the time you get really used to it, and with using craft, you're really gonna find that you're pretty amazed by some of what it can do. So thank you for tuning in this week. Hit like, subscribe. And in the descriptions, I'm going to post a link to a course that I am giving on March 14th about how non-technical people can get all kinds of workplace efficiencies out of GenAI. So hope to see you there, and we'll see you next week.